All right, quick video on the GoPro here to show kind of my, you want to say collection, but it's more, I guess it is a collection. I don't know. So I don't know if you can see here, but I've gotten these. I think these are from Field Made. These are those. They went kind of viral, I guess, in the Fuji community in 2021. They're these really cool kind of labels for the backs of your lenses. So I keep my lenses in a chrome bag here, and so there's none in there right now, just a bunch of crap, but makes it really easy to kind of go and grab. So before we go to the lenses, let me kind of go over my current bodies. So here is the X-T3 in silver. Really love this camera. It was kind of the upgraded to this from the X-T20. Pretty much the most expensive camera I had ever purchased at the time. One of the biggest things about this camera is that it was sort of this, I'd had an X100T, I'd had an X100S, I'd had the X-T20, but it was the first full-size Fuji body I'd ever purchased, and I loved it. Again, the grip was going to be one of the bigger grips I've had for Fuji cameras, obviously, and I had an XE3 at some point too, but it was just so cool. I also have the battery grip for this that I love using, so I do video on this primarily, filming this on a GoPro, but yeah, so love the X-T3. This is the X100V. I was just at the camera store yesterday. I got a lens, which I'll talk about in just a second. They were talking about how they get 5 or 6 calls, our local camera store here in Orange County, a week to get this camera, which is crazy to me. I had purchased this from Sammy's in LA when it came out, probably within 3 weeks. I had to call a couple times, and they're like, oh yeah, we have one. It's in black. And I said black would be fine. And I went and got it, and I love it. It's kind of what you take when you're not sure what to select, but I love this. Great camera. This is my kind of pride and joy, and I think you'll hear a lot of Fuji shooters agree. This is the X100, not the X100, sorry, the X Pro 3. Love this camera so dang much. It is sort of my, I've called it my dream camera. I love the rangefinder style. I love the hidden display. I think I'm one of probably a couple hundred people that love it. If you haven't used it, you probably won't fall in love with it. If you have used it, you don't even care about the camera. But if you've used it and you hate it, you don't care about this. But I love this a lot. So yeah, this is just so light, titanium. I mean, it's a gorgeous camera. Just kind of everything about it is just incredible. So love that. All right, lenses. Let's kind of start at the bottom here. I don't really have these in order, but just go real quick here. So the XF27 f2.8 Pancake Lens. This is the original version, not the, they have a weather resistant with aperture rings, so you have to use sort of a command dial setup with this. Love this. It'll pop on the X Pro 3 really easily, kind of get and go. Hate about it, I hate the focusing mechanism. It's a physical focusing mechanism, so there are moving parts. Sharpness is pretty dang good for being this Pancake lens. Some people say it's super sharp. I disagree. I think there are sharper lenses here, but I think this does a really good job, and it's so small. Such a great lens, must have for any Fuji owner. This is the XF16 2.8. This is the sort of Fujicron. Like a lot of people, I think they kind of they missed a huge opportunity here to make this f2. I mean, it's already one of the bigger Fujicron kind of lenses, but they missed a huge opportunity to make it f2 because being f2.8 is not ideal. You don't get a lot of light because here's the thing. I mean, am I going to take this f2.8? Again, size on the X Pro works really well, even on the X-T3, but I don't know. If this was f2, it would be on my camera a lot more, but unfortunately it's f2.8. Great for video though on like tripod. I don't have the right sticker for this, but it says XF18F2. As you can tell, it's not. This is actually the new XF18 1.4 LM linear motor with weather resistance. This is my go-to video lens for when I'm doing video. So good. It's a good walk-around lens. My problem with this one is the focal length is almost like a 27mm full frame. It's almost identical to what you're getting on like a smartphone. So sometimes some of the photos that come out of this, although they're incredible, super sharp, super versatile, if I'm not shooting something like in a big event, which I don't do, it kind of looks like a smartphone photo, just the focal length. But image quality, unbelievable. These new Fuji lenses, I mean, you can watch every review on YouTube, but they are incredible. So that's the 18-1.4. This is the original XF10-24 OIS f4 constant aperture, not the new weather resistant one. It's kind of strange. I love this lens. Like, this is so much fun to use. I have this on the X-T3 a lot. I'll put a battery grip on it, and you can do vlogging on this. You can do video. You've got OIS here. You've got the aperture ring, which is technically declicked, or you can go into just an auto mode. The new one has, I believe, a dedicated aperture ring. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe it does. Or no, actually, I don't know if it's marked. That's a good question, because this is considered an R lens, meaning it has an aperture ring. But anyways, love this lens. The new one supposedly has a better, slightly better optical quality. I don't know. I don't use it enough to upgrade, but when I do use it, it's awesome. Probably my most used lens on Fuji. In fact, if I go in Lightroom, this is the one that comes up over time, but I'll get to that in just a second of why it's not my most used lens anymore. So 35 f2. I mean, if you've heard of it, you know it. It is amazing. You know, just a amazing lens. I got a lot of the silver Fujicrons because I wanted to match with X-T3, but now they live on sort of the black X Pro. So yeah, forgive me for the kind of funny color choice, but I think it looks kind of cool. It definitely gives it some life. But yeah, 35 f2 is incredible. But the reason I don't use it that much anymore is because now I have just gone all in. I mean, these new lenses, guys, this is the 33 f1.4. I don't have this particular lens anymore, the older 35 f1.4, because this is just so good. I'm not going to go in and brag about it and talk about how incredible it is. It's like the 18. It's unbelievable. Again, the regular 35 1.4 is, I mean, you can go back and forth for hours. In fact, a lot of people have made YouTube videos going back and forth for hours, but just an unbelievable lens. I'll get a new sticker for it from FieldMate here soon, but I won't go into too much detail because, again, you can watch other YouTube videos, but so good. Kit lens, 1855 OIS, 2.8-4. Not much needs to be said. Super solid, super lightweight. If I'm going somewhere and I don't know what I'm going to be taking photos of and I can only take one lens, this guy's coming. Something I just recently picked up, 50 f2. This is the Fujicron. I went in black because, again, pair a little bit better the X Pro. Super fun lens. Actually just recently got this, and I love it. It's, I mean, for being a 50 and this small, you get a lot of reach, so really fun lens. This is actually something I'm trying to get rid of. This is the 23-1.4 Viltrox. So I've sort of put the Fujicron 23, which I don't have. I actually sold that 23 f2 to get this when it came out. I think this was like $299 or $279 when it came out. Super great lens. I made a video on it. I'll link it down below. But I am getting rid of it because I've just fallen so much in love with, this is not the new one, which nobody can seem to find yet. I may upgrade to the new one, but this is the original with the clutch. This is a 23-1.4. I don't know. I had originally got that Viltrox first, and then I got this because I wanted to see the difference. Ended up keeping this, keeping the Viltrox. Now I'm going to sell the Viltrox. I mean, you know, if you shoot Fuji, you know, you go back and forth. But yeah, super awesome lens. Gosh, this is, when I'm not rolling the X100V, I'm bringing this guy around. This is probably my second or third most used lens now. Incredible. 56-1.2, take a lot of portraits with this, take this guy around. I know there's a new version coming out this year in 2022. Am I that interested? I don't know, right? I don't use this enough to want to get the new version. Obviously, if it's following the legacy of the new 18 and 33, it's going to be unbelievable. And it'll pair well with the XH2 and the new bodies coming out. But great lens. When I do take photos of people, I will bring this because it's that good. Now, probably my second most used lens. I love this thing. This is the 55-200, 3.5-4.8. It is optically stabilized. So good. I'll put my portfolio down below on Flickr. I take a lot of photos with this thing. It's fun. It's actually not that big. Seems huge, but it's really not that big. It's pretty light. I actually use it a lot on the X Pro 3. I'll use it here and there on the Fuji, or on the X-T3 rather. But it's just such a good lens. So much fun. So 55-200. So yeah, I mean, real quick, you know, you can kind of see all the different lenses I have. And again, I'd say probably my most used is the 33-1.4 by far. My second most used would probably be in between the 23-1.4 This is the Fuji, not the Viltrox or the XF 55-200. And then for third most used, it's going to be in between the 27-2.8 and the 35 f2. But I just have a tough time putting this on the camera because I know that, you know, I may as well do the 33-1.4. I don't know. It's a tough one. Probably least used is definitely the 16-2.8 for the reasons I mentioned before. I might as well take this if I'm taking a 2.8. Cool. That's my kind of Fuji setup. My bag, which I'll probably make a video on eventually. This is the Chrome Nico. Best camera bag I've ever had, and I have a ton of them. So yeah, that's the video. If you have any questions, put them below. Anyone else that shoots Fuji that has the same problems I do, let's chat. I love talking to people. Thanks, guys.